Yo, 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 what up, though? What up, though, man? I don't know what be going on with this computer sometimes. It ain't even a computer. I think it's this capture card for my cameras, man. At least like once every 2 or 3 weeks, I have to restart the computer after I have everything set up. And then it'll pick my camera up and then it'll just go black. So I don't know what the heck is going on. I called myself trying to restructure some things today, so that could have been it as well. But what up, though? What up, though? Give me a second because I got to get everything back together, and I know y'all were waiting on your boy. And so just give me a second because I had everything up here. All right. I'm just trying to get everything back up and going right now. All right, so that's one. That is it. Hopefully everybody's doing well. While I'm doing that, let me see. Biggs in the building. What up? Sparty boy, Mike, what up, though? Leslie, what up, though? What's good? He said he was asleep on the toilet. Hey, I wish I was, right? What's up, Rich? What up, though? What up, though? Yep, what's up, Offset? Guitar, what up, though? Yeah, man, hopefully it should be. I don't know what, hey, Leslie, I don't know what be going on sometimes, man. Don't get me to line. Do not get me to line. All right? Just give me 1 second. We gonna get this party going. All right, we definitely gonna get it going. Just give me 1 second. All right, almost there. Again, I had to hurry up and get it going because all right. And then we'll get into it. I'm like, I knew y'all was like, man, where the heck is he at? Dude gonna come on here. All right. All right. Nope. And again, I apologize, y'all. Just trying to get everything back. I had everything together, ready to go, and it just didn't want to act right. It did not want to act right. All right. So what is up? What up, No Nail? What up, though, Nick Yankee? What's up, Mix? How you doing? Let me see, man. You going to do with all of those pretty? What up, Joe Jamal? Yeah, man. Jamal, I ain't even rocked these yet, man. I was gonna rock these bad boys, you know. These the Morants. I was about to rock these boys over the 4th, man, but I ain't get a chance to do it. Brand new, man. Never been worn. None of that. Brand spanking new. Never nothing, man. A lot of these shoes I have not worn. I'm going to say about 85% of my shoes I have not worn. And again, you ain't even saw this side. You only seeing this little corner over here. So I don't know what. These are my New Balance. Which ones are those? These right here. Just some regular, like to walk around in and stuff like that. Never been worn. So plenty of shoes I've never worn yet. But Appreciate you, man. Definitely appreciate you. Yep. Definitely appreciate you. Yeah. What up, though, Mac? What's good, baby? All right. So I do want to get into this conversation, right? And y'all know, I've been pushing y'all away from Amazon devices, at least attempting to. Also, over the last 3 years, I've been talking about, you know, the Nvidia Shield and who is it catered to. For some of y'all, again, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, because we're gonna get into a little bit of detail of why I say what I say. You know, according to us, people actually think that the Nvidia Shield was for streamers, and it definitely wasn't. And so when I pieced this together to actually have a conversation, some people, oh, Dale, you don't get nothing but an Nvidia Shield, this and this and this and this. The Nvidia Shield wasn't meant for us cord cutters or cut the cable cord. It was really geared towards gamers. All right. I mean, we got to call it what it is. But as time went on, you don't see any type of Nvidia Shield content that's coming out. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna be honest. I know the people who watch the replay on this, they're gonna be, oh man, you don't know what you're talking about, or you shouldn't be telling nobody. Now, I'm not telling nobody what to do with their money. I'm telling you as someone who's been on both sides of the fence. Somebody who came up, who was one of the first cord cutters. I mean, it might have been the first cord cutter who actually had an Nvidia Shield. And guess what? And it's documented. I took it back. I took it back, what, a week or two later? I think I had either 14 or 30 days, and I took it back because it didn't cater to my needs at that time. All right. You're talking to someone who only had like a TV, and it was a budget cheap TV. Like, I think my most expensive TV in my household was only at the time was a Toshiba. I think it was either a 65-inch Toshiba. That was, I bragged on that television, and we know the history. Some of y'all was like, Dale, that TV ain't nothing. You need to get this or get this or get this, and then you'll really understand. And so with the Nvidia Shield, don't get it wrong. The Nvidia Shield is a very nice device. But the Nvidia Shield has been falling short as of late. I think we all know it from updates, same old background, even though Google TV, and let me tell you, Google TV is Android TV. Just in case some of y'all don't know, some of y'all be like, oh man, you got Android TV, you should get Google TV. Google TV is Android TV. It just has an extra layer that make it look a little bit more of the norm compared to something that we've been watching since 2015. All right. Nvidia Shield saved Android TV. And I'll repeat that. Nvidia Shield saved Android TV. Android TV was only on one device, and that was the Nexus. All right. Some of y'all may know, some of y'all may not know. But I think I got the Nexus right here. All right. If you're familiar with this device right here, and it looked like a big old hockey puck. You look in the back, this was Android TV. Okay. This was Android TV. So I'm giving you a history lesson. So when people try to come out and they try to, you get an Android TV, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, you probably didn't. You probably thought, the Nvidia Shield was the first one to have Android TV. But nevertheless, right? Because I'm going to show you a few devices that I believe, and I've been saying this for the longest. Now, one of them I really don't care about because of the price tag, but can it get the job done? Absolutely. Let me tell you this, the Nvidia Shield is catered to a certain group as of today. If you go back 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, even 10 years, because remember, the Nvidia Shield got introduced in 2015, but it was $200. The money back in 2015, everybody didn't have $200 to go and put it on a gaming console. Let me repeat, $200 on a gaming console that ran Android TV. Again, the Nvidia Shield wasn't catered to us. They gave you a control, they gave you a remote control, and they gave you a gamepad, which is a controller, because it wasn't geared to us. And so somebody said, hold up, I can sideload some apps onto this bad boy. I can add Kodi to this because it had Google Play. So somebody kind of picked it up like, oh, snap, this is what we can do? Okay, and that's when it started. But it didn't get popular until 2016, 2017, because you still had people saying $200 was a lot. And remember, it was geared towards gamers. All right, so when I got mine, I played around with it. I didn't care too much for it. I was like, but I didn't have the proper equipment, similar to some of y'all, meaning I didn't have the proper sound system. I didn't have the proper television, similar to y'all. Some of y'all got basic television, but you got a $200 device that's capable of giving you an awesome picture, enormous picture. I mean, looking beautiful, no hiccups, no nothing. All of that AI and all of that, that's bull crap. I never got into that AI, and people gonna come and say, oh man, it make my picture look good. Yeah, okay, whatever. All right. I don't need a 1080 picture giving me similarity. Oh, it makes it look like it's a 4K, tricking my eyes. And when you look at a real 4K, you can see the difference if you have the television. You got to have the hardware to enjoy the Nvidia Shield. If you got an Amazon, or let's just say, if I take my Nvidia Shield and hook it up to my Toshiba, my 65-inch Toshiba that is over here, unplugged. If I take that and hook it up, it look okay. It's okay, good for you. That's the thing you got to consider. All right. Because once I got a higher end television, it's to the point I don't want to go back down. I need a certain quality television. And I'll put us all, because I've been on both sides of the fence. I done had the Nvidia Shield hooked up to my Hisense U8K. Picture phenomenal. I done had my Nvidia Shield hooked up to an Insignia television. Yeah. I never want to go that route. And yes, I done had it hooked up to this Toshiba Fire TV, which is better than it's better than quite a few of these little budget TV where you can get a 75-inch for $400. All right. You just basically getting a bigger monitor, a large monitor. But I guarantee the colors are not going to be there. All right. The colors is not going to be popping like some of these other televisions. So what I'm saying to you, the Nvidia Shield is not getting any love because a lot of us don't have the proper hardware, such as the television, and a lot of us don't have the proper sound system to actually make it a better experience. So nobody's showing love because nobody wants to pay that type of money to just watch Netflix or sideload some applications that you can watch in 1080p or 4K. All right, because pretty much every streaming device that's coming out currently right now is capable of displaying 4K. Now, out of all these devices, there are only 3 devices that I recommend if you have the television, if you have the sound system, meaning you got a receiver, right? Or you may have a sound bar and a subwoofer that's giving you Dolby Atmos. And I know it. I know it. Some people gonna say, "Hey, Dale, your sound system you got is all right, but it's better than what a lot of people have." A lot of people still setting it up, listening to the sound on their television. But of course, if you got the receiver, you got an AVR receiver, and then you got the subwoofer with the Dolby Atmos coming from the ceiling. I'm hip to it now. I've been invested in this for a while. I know the difference. All right. I know the difference. All right. There is a difference. But at the end of the day, if you don't have the hardware, you're not going to get the full benefits of having something like an Nvidia Shield. And so that's what I have going on right now. And that's why you don't see anybody really discussing the Nvidia Shield. You might get a couple of videos on the Nvidia Shield, but the Nvidia Shield has just, Nvidia doesn't really care about the Nvidia Shield. I'm going to just be honest with you. Them little updates that they sent a couple months ago, if that make you happy, then salute to you. All right. Because some of them enhancements already are on the budget devices. The only thing that Nvidia Shield has on the budget devices, they got pretty much all the video codecs and they got the audio codecs. But again, how many of us are really, how many of us I got 88 people in here. How many of us that I can sit back and say we truly have a home theater in our home? I only know, and look, I ain't been in nobody's house, right? But I only know maybe a handful, not no more than 5 or 6 people that actually have a built-in home theater. I don't need to name them. They know who they are. Some of them got YouTube channels. Some of them don't. Some of them come on YouTube just to get the information, but they already know about sound systems. And I done had them on here plenty of times. And so the Nvidia Shield, guys, listen, I'm not going to say the Nvidia Shield is on its way out because I don't think it's on its way out, but you're not going to have too many people that sit back and says, I got to go and get the Nvidia Shield. I said this 4 or 5 years ago. Ain't nobody going to be thinking about the Nvidia Shield if they keep bringing out great, solid budget devices that you could pay $60, $70, $80 for that kind of give you the same features, but at a lower cost. And again, not everybody got Dolby Atmos. No, not too many people going to have that because of the setup, the drilling, the time to put in money. Let's talk money. How many people are going to have that? Not many. Now, of course, I could have been got my ceilings done. I could have, I could have been done it. But again, it's not a big part of it's not number one on my list currently because I have a nice sound system and I'm good with it. Now, of course, if we decide once everybody gets situated in my home and I got the extra money and I can just blow it on the sound, yeah, of course, I will want a home theater in my home. Of course, who wouldn't? to go down there and watch live TV and watch a great movie like Avatar, Fury, in 4K with the Dolby Atmos, all of that, all the sound, the creeping, watching movies in 4K like how they supposed to be with Dolby Atmos. When you hear the sound on here, it's not coming over it on this ear. And as they walking across the screen, you hear the sound following it. If you hear a door shut on the right side, and it's strictly on the right side, and you don't hear it on the left, that's what I like about it. It's really, really nice, but it's something that I don't currently need at this moment. Even though I got the receiver, I just never updated the sound system because I want to enjoy it the correct way. So with that being said, the Nvidia Shield, a lot of us have them. A lot of us gonna sit back and say, hey, the Nvidia Shield this, the Nvidia Shield that. Okay. But I got 5 devices that I'm going to show you that is very, very similar, which you can get somewhat of the same sound if you don't have a home theater. Okay. Off the rip, I am eliminating any Fire TV device. I'm not going to even show it because of what they're going through and all of that craziness. I'm going to show you 5 devices that with one you can kind of trick and add, some things to it. You'll need another piece of hardware. But I'm going to show you, and they're not in any particular order, or I may just, pick and choose which ones I think that are relevant. Okay. I'm just being honest, and I need to check something out just to make sure. All right. Just to make sure. Let me just see something right quick, guys. Hold up. I just need to see something. All right. All right. Let me do this right quick because I do want to show you this. All right. And some of y'all know, some of y'all already know, some of y'all are veterans. So you already know. I don't use my Nvidia Shield. Like, only time I really use it is just to make sure everything is good, or if there's an update, or, if it's sitting right there and I'm getting tired of whatever device I got hooked up to the television and I just want to hook up something different. That's really the only time. As of right now, I don't look at the Fire TV. I mean, not the Fire. I don't look at the Fire TV. I don't look at the Nvidia Shield. I mean, it does nothing for me. Same layout, a bunch of advertisement, things like that. So I'm trying to get away from a bunch of advertisements, honestly, to be serious. All right. But I'm gonna tell you this, all right. This device I'm getting ready to show you, it is a nice device. All right. A little bit too expensive for me, but it will get you by. All right. This will get you by. I know it. I done did a review on it. But because of the price, I'm not going to mess with it. Because I wouldn't tell you to mess with it if I'm not messing with it. All right. But it is capable of showing a very good image. The sound system, the sound codecs are there. And again, how many of y'all are using the Nvidia Shield in a proper manner? I'm going to probably say 5% of y'all. 5%, because I know everybody do not have a home theater to enjoy it the proper way. Okay, I know it. And then how many of y'all are gaming on it? You don't get no videos, nothing on the gaming aspect of the Nvidia Shield. And that's really what it was meant for, the gamers. All right. But let's start off right here. All right. Let me do this. Let's start off right here. This is the Google TV streamer, right? Y'all know how I feel about that. You can get this in 2 different colors. I would like this color more than anything. But if you go to the stores, if you go to Best Buy, you go to Walmart, you go to Myers, which is a Midwest supermarket here that sells everything similar to Walmart, you only see this color, all right, the white color. You have to order this one through Google, all right, which I like this color right here. Okay, it has pretty much everything you need, and it's running Google TV. Again, Google TV is Android TV. It just has a different layer. All right, that's it. They do the same exact thing. It's nothing different. All right, nothing different. But again, you can get the Netflix 4K, all that 4K stuff, all them 4K applications you can get. All right. If you need a remote finder, then you can get this device. It's for someone, maybe you got some kids that always take the remote, be running it and putting it in the dishwasher and all that. Maybe you need this. Maybe this would be beneficial to you. But again, this is an expensive device. All right. It was noted at $100. Now last week, it was at $84. Currently on Amazon right now, it's $92. See, so they starting to creep up to that 100. This is why nobody gets this device. Nobody is going to get this device because there are other products out there, other hardware that is out there that does the same thing and give you a little bit more for half the price. Okay? But don't get me wrong, this is still a nice device. If I was to get this device, immediately I would definitely go with the other Google TV remote. I don't like this remote. It's plain. It does nothing for me. All right. To be honest, it does have an Ethernet port, a gigabyte. If I can remember, and we going into the specs, up to 4K HDR, 60 frames per second, pretty solid, right? Dolby Vision, HDR10, HDR10 Plus, all right. Dolby Digital Plus, and Dolby Atmos. Okay, Bluetooth, we're good with that. 4 gigs of RAM. All right, which is pretty solid. Now, do you need 4 gigs to stream? Nah, this is really all about multitasking on this device. And again, I don't put nothing personal on my streaming devices, and I will hope that you don't put nothing personal on your streaming devices. And for example, you say, Dale, what do you mean by that? Don't put your bank information on here. Don't put your Facebook account on here. Don't put your Instagram account on here. TikTok, anything with personal data, don't put it on here. That's just my view. All right. But you can do what you want to do. Because again, you don't know who's on that other end. I don't care if this is a legit device. You don't know. All right. And in the past, I've been told via email that people, yeah, I go on there to look at my bank account. What? And then the first thing I say, don't you got a smartphone? Well, yeah, but it looks, I can check it on my TV. No, absolutely not. All right, because that device you doing it on may not have an update for security, none of that stuff. That's why I don't care if they give me a security patch or anything, because it ain't nothing valuable that I'm putting on this device. All right. And so the good thing is it is USB-C. They got an HDMI 2.1 and a gigabyte Ethernet. All right. Now look on here. Even though this bad boy is running Google TV, it's Android TV. It just got a layer on top of it. A more up to date compared to the Nvidia Shield. And other than that, you get everything right here in the box, including your batteries. So this is a solid device. Now, will I recommend it? Absolutely not until they come to their senses. I think spending close to $100 on a device like this, I think you just want to spend it. All right. And that's just what it is. I mean, it's really, they give you all the codecs. You got the video codec and everything. Don't get me wrong. The Nvidia Shield got more. And it does a little bit more. I know the Nvidia Shield gives you Plex. You can have a Plex server on it. Okay. That's cool. That's awesome. That is awesome. All right. But to spend $200, to have that device remain $200 and really no updates, I think it's the same price it was in 2015. And they took the controller, they took the gamepad away and left it at $200. And guess what? Some of y'all bought them. Then that's telling you how much was the gamepad worth? Was they giving it to us for free? They took away and kept the price the same. I'm just giving you a little food for thought. But again, I think the Google TV streamer, that's my only knock on this device. This device is overpriced. All right? It's overpriced. I'm not going to even lie. On Google, it's $99. If you go to Amazon, it's $92. It was $84, but they got it at $92. All right? So, again, man, nah. If that's something you want, then you can do it. All right? Now, I do want to talk about this device. All right? Because I remember, some of y'all remember, in a different box. Matter of fact, let me do this. Here go one of the boxes right here. Never been opened, right? I don't know if you can see it, but it hasn't been opened yet. This is not the original, because you know the original had Android TV. But here it is. This is the one right here. That is a pretty solid device. 2 gigs of RAM. Again, you don't need a bunch of RAM to actually operate a streaming device. All right. Let me go here. All right. Because here it is right here. This is another device you can get away with. All right. This right here is the ON 4K streaming device. This is not the Plus. This is just a regular device. And guess what? Guess what? It is only 20 bucks. 20 bucks. And I can do the same thing that the Nvidia Shield give me, minus a few audio and video codecs. But again, if you don't have the system, then if you don't have the television, you don't have the sound equipment, then you got the Nvidia Shield and I got this. What's the difference? Because it ain't like you, as an end user, is benefiting. Right? You're not benefiting, but you paid $200. And you on a cheap TV, probably a cheap sound system, or no sound system at all. So when you paying $200 and I'm paying $20, honestly, I'm doing better than you. Because of the money saving. Again, this device pretty much does it. It does everything. It don't have a Plex server on it. But if you don't have the hardware on your end, what benefits are you getting? And this would be my argument with anyone that has an NVIDIA Shield. Do you have the hardware to support that NVIDIA Shield? And a lot of us, I get the emails. A lot of us do not have the hardware, or we have the bare minimum. Maybe you got the TV, but you don't have the sound system. Or maybe you got the sound system and not the TV. In order to enjoy the NVIDIA Shield, you got to have a solid sound system. You got to have the television, meaning your reds are reds, your burgundies are burgundy, your yellows are yellow, your whites. Listen, your white, when you look at a image on your TV and it's white, if your eyes are not prepared for it, you doing just like this, you blocking. And your eyes have to slowly adjust because that shield is sending an image to your television that's capable of showing you true white. And if you get up in the morning and they got just a white picture and you wake up, I guarantee you squinching because your TV is doing its job. But now if you're not squinching, then and you just woke up and you got this white image on your television, then you do not have the proper hardware. If your blacks are not pure black, I'm not talking about that grayish black or that ashy black. I'm talking about pure black. Black, like black. You know black. All right. If your TV shows up and it got black and it got pixelations, you can see a little bit of pixelation. That's your television. It's not capable of displaying pure black or pure white or whatever, pure blue. And so if you don't have that, what's the difference? Me and you on the same page. You just got a more powerful device than me. So what? Your streaming might start 4 or 5 seconds before mine. And we gonna watch the same thing. You just got a powerful device that you didn't do. And that's what I'm saying. And the reason why is people are smart. People are recognizing I don't need the most powerful device just to stream. That's why I will go at it with anybody, whether it's on YouTube, whatever platform, and argue. Because the first thing I'm going to say, just like I said, do you have the hardware? And if you tell me no, if I say, what's the name of your television? You say, oh, I got a 85-inch Insignia. How much you pay for it? Oh, I paid $500. Nah, nope. You on the same page as me. Your TV upset with you. And again, I've been there, done that. I'm not shaming you or anything, but I've been on both sides of the fence. I've been on that side where, hey, this is all I got. But then when I got my money up, I went and got a television. I don't never want to go down. Okay? But this device right here does everything that the NVIDIA Shield does, except is missing a few video codecs. Can it play 4K? Absolutely. They say they got Dolby Atmos. It's probably not the purest Dolby Atmos, but at least it give it to you. All right. And again, straightforward, is nothing special about this device. You can get it at Walmart, right? Straight up, 2 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of internal storage. And you can get all the mainstream apps plus, all right, Plus, you can side load on here, right? That's why we like streaming devices, right? The side load. And it gives you a great picture, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Now, this device is not going to give me the sharpest, the best picture from this device. No. I think the Nvidia Shield gives a slight better picture, and the Apple TV 4K gives a way better picture. All right. But at the end of the day, you still get to do some things with this device right here by side loading. You just got to remember you got 8 gigs of internal storage. All right. Eight, and that's pretty much what it is. All right. So I'm not trying to shame anyone, but I'm just trying to let you know everybody doesn't need an Nvidia Shield. I'm not going to. That's why when I talk to people and I ask the question, what are you trying to do? You know, what are your needs? And I done saved plenty of people money, and they thank me. That's why you see donations come in. Some of y'all may not see it on the PayPal end, but hey, Dale, you saved me $150, man, just by listening to you. Because I'm not one of these dudes out here that's going to tell you to go and spend your hard-earned money for a device that you're not going to even use to a fourth of its capability. And that's why I used to get into debates. I ain't getting into no argument. I would get into a debate with someone on YouTube. Plenty of people. You telling them to get what? Get an Nvidia Shield. For what? Now, if you got a Toshiba 65, 75 inch TV, why I'm going to tell you to go and spend that 200 on that television? For what? Just to say you got it? Just to say you looking at this, or you side loaded the app over there? Okay. That's it. Nobody's thinking about the Nvidia Shield right now, other than a certain market, and those are home theater enthusiasts. Those the ones that benefit. Now, if you got an Nvidia Shield from 2015 to 2020, salute to you. But I'm going to say 20, I'm going to add 21 in there too. Salute to you. But 22, changes started to happen. 23, more changes happen. 24, yeah. 25, I'm not getting no Nvidia Shield. I'm not. Because there are other devices that's going to give me a little bit more, and I can do a little bit more with for a lesser charge. In my case, again, everybody is different. Let's get into it. Let's finish it up. Here's my third one. The ON 4K Plus. Y'all already know what it is. All right. Again, 2 gigs of RAM. I told you, when you're talking about streaming, you don't need 4, 8 gigs. You don't need 16 gigs to stream. You don't need it. This device only had, and this is the Plus. You can go and get it from Walmart. Guess what? $30. $30. That's it. So you mean to tell me I should go and pay $200 for a device because it got a powerful chip that I'm definitely not a streaming app needs for this device, and I'm not using it to its fullest capability? That's why when you come on this platform, I'm trying to give you the honest answer of what you need. That's why when you ask me, you say, hey, Dale, listen, this is what I got. This is my television. I don't have a sound system, but everybody telling me, or it's been told that I should have an Nvidia Shield. That's what the question comes. And I say, so you want to pay $200 and you don't even have the hardware? That's what I tell them. And so as I was coming up through the streaming community, I was trying to educate everyone to say, no, you don't need this. Or some of them, oh yeah, you need this or you need that. Because you got it. You got it. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to enjoy it. But people, I don't care, man. I'm telling you, I get emails all the time thinking, I'm about to get an Nvidia Shield. Well, what TV you got? And they tell me the TV. Do you have a sound system? Meaning a sound bar, a good sound bar with a subwoofer. You got your other speakers, or what do you have? And I tell them, when do you plan to upgrade your sound system? And I say, listen, don't save your money. Go get you an on device. Until you get things together, get you an on device. Save your money. Or if you're going to do it, how soon are you looking to update your hardware at home? If you say, hey, Dale, within the next 4 months, I'm going to get my sound system and I'm going to get this television. Then I'm going to say, all right, go on get the Nvidia Shield. Go on get a Zadu. Go on get the Apple TV. I'm going to tell you to do that for the best picture and everything else. But again, nobody's talking about the Nvidia Shield. Right now, currently, it's an afterthought. And if you still buying a Nvidia Shield, in my opinion, I'm only speaking for myself, but you can do what you want to do. It's your money. But if you're buying an Nvidia Shield today and you don't have the television nor the sound system, you're wasting your money. Why? Just to say you got it? You do not need a powerful device to stream anything anymore. You don't need it. Oh, you got Kodi? Okay. What that mean? You don't need it. You really do not need it. But this is a good, solid device. This is a powerful device. Now, it's not the Shield powerful, but it got a little perks up in this bad boy. And it's pretty solid. Again, people think you need 4 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of RAM. No, you don't need that. This device only got 2 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of internal storage. But it works. It has Dolby Vision. All right. It has Atmos. So you getting all of that. And guess what? $30. This is all I'm trying to say. I'm trying to save people money. Some of these creators out here want you to spend your hard-earned money and you ain't got the product. You don't have it. Some of y'all want to, make money off of making a box cake. It ain't gonna go nowhere. Some of y'all got a box cake setup as far as the television and your sound system. It's a box cake. In order to be premium, or you want to take your cake to another level, you need to get about that box. And you worry about people not eating your cake. Because once you go premium, you ain't trying to go back down. I'm telling you. And if you ain't got the premium tools and software, hardware, then why even get a device that's capable of presenting that to you if you do not have the basic utensils to get the job done? Meaning you don't have the television. You don't have the sound system. Why even waste your money? And some of y'all done had it. Again, I'm not knocking y'all, Because listen, if I know what I know now and what was coming up in the future, I wouldn't have 5 Nvidia shields sitting down here in the basement. Well, one is upstairs, but the rest of them is right here. Y'all saw it in plenty of videos where I actually held up 2 damn Nvidia shields. Y'all saw it. But again, this will get the job done right here. All right. Don't go out there and spend your money, man. Forget that Nvidia shield. Forget the Apple TV 4K unless you got the hardware to display its talent. All right? You got to display its talent. And if it's taking you more than a year to display its talent, then you wasted your money. But again, I'm not telling you you can't get it. All right? I'm just giving you some insight because it needs to be said. And so many people, I'm telling you, on this replay, people are going to say, get the Nvidia shield. And then you ask them, well, look, you got a problem? Then let's debate about it. I will have a live show with you one-on-one and debate anybody who disagree with me. If you got an Nvidia shield, you got an Apple TV, you got a Zadu, and you don't have the hardware to support it, why do you have it? I would love for somebody to explain that. Unless they saying, look, man, within the next 6 months, I would be good. You know what I would tell them? Well, don't get the Nvidia Shield, Apple TVs or do until you get your hardware together. You get it together, then you go and get it. That way you would enjoy it. All right. As soon as you got everything together, you got your television, I guarantee you will thank me later. I've been there, done it. It's been proven. All right, all these years I had that Nvidia Shield. Oh man, that Nvidia Shield, yes, it's a bad boy. I done gamed on it. My son done PC game on it. It sounds good, it looks good, it's fast. But because it's fast, that doesn't mean it's better. All right? It doesn't mean it's better, it's just faster. That's it. That's it. All right. Now, here we go right here. All right. Here we go right here. Now, y'all all know with both of these devices right here. Matter of fact, with all 3 of these devices, all right? Even though it was in the yellow box, that green is yellow, all 3 of these devices, y'all know me for being probably the first one to have my hands on it and actually displaying it. This is the device right here that stops you from getting this device. Why will I pay $100 for this device when I can get this device currently at this point in the time for $45? Why? And they do the same exact thing. They do the same exact thing. This one just gives you an extra feature. You can speak to it without the remote. All right. Voice activated. I mean, you can sit back and speak to it. And then now currently, not with the first models that came out, but if you get one of these now, which it will come with the backlit remote control. And also you press the front of it, find my remote, just like the Google Streamer TV 4K. This device is pretty solid. 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of internal storage. Now look, from what's on paper, this device right here, the Plus, is a little bit powerful, more powerful than this one. All right, and that's cool. But at the end of the day, this device, why in the heck will I go and pay $200 if I don't have the hardware. Again, I'm gonna keep saying that. That way it's embedded. And some of us we have no other choice because we got our Nvidia Shield. But if these devices were out, I guarantee a lot of people would have skipped over, or you wouldn't have 2, 3, 4 Nvidia Shields in your home. It'd just be ready to go. It'll be ready to go, right? I mean, they will have these bad boys in their house ready to go, saving $150 and putting that $150 towards something else. That's what this device right here. So again, not the most powerful device because guys, listen, listen, in streaming, let me do this again. In streaming, you don't need the most powerful device. You don't. Not just to watch an application, you do not need this device, the most powerful device. We understand it. Again, that's just what it is. And that's going to be the take. Should I get an Nvidia Shield? Should I get an Apple TV? Should I get a Zadu? Should I get, this device versus this device? No. Again, I believe you should have the extra accessories if you're going to invest in your, in your streaming. All right. Just like I tell y'all, invest in your network. I would tell you to do that first before you buy Nvidia Shield. When I say invest in your network, that means your modem and your router. Some of y'all can't get modems. Okay, but you can get a router. Invest in your network. Make your network secure and solid. Again, because when you use the cable company or the internet company equipment, guess what? They can still tap in. Because guess what? They got all the information. With you having your own router, they can't get in and dictate what's going on. But when you use their equipment, they can tap in because they got they got everything they need. And that's just what it is. Now, unless you around there doing something you don't need to be doing as a grown folk, they won't tap into your stuff. Talking about the feds. All right. They won't start trying to get in and seeing exactly what you got going on. But other than that, as far as the internet company, the provider, as long as you're using their equipment, they can tap in. You already using their password that they put on the device. Why not? You don't even know, some of y'all don't even know how to go in there and change it. Some of y'all, as the end user, which is us, all of us, don't even know our download speed, don't even know our upload speed. The most basic things you need. And that's why you have channels like mine that try to educate you. Whenever you get whoever your provider is, you should always know your numbers. You should know your download number. You should know your upload numbers to make sure you're paying for what they saying they're providing to you. And again, some of us, me asking you your numbers and you telling me, oh, they tell me I got the fastest. What does that mean? Their fastest could be 20 megabytes per second. And you got people out here running 2 gigs. You got people out here running 1.5 gigs. But you only getting 20 gigs, but you paying for 100 megabytes per second. But you only getting 20. But you don't know because what? You didn't ask. You just going by what they say. Oh, they say I'm getting the fastest. I done talked to too many people in consultations just to say, what's your speed? And they all say this. Oh, they say I'm getting the fastest. Well, what is the fastest? Because there's people out here on 2.5. Are you getting 2.5? No, they just told me I'm getting the fastest. Anybody out there that's listening to me right now on the replay, Know your internet speed. Know what you're paying for. All right? Know your download. Know your upload. And then go out here and get one of these applications and run it. And see if your speeds are similar. I bullcrap you not. There in today's time, you can get, hold up. Where did I put it? You can get a hub with Ethernet port. All right. You can get this hub, right, with an Ethernet port. You can put it on your phone. All right. You can take it, depending on your phone, and just plug it in, and I can hook an Ethernet cord up right here and put an application up in here. I can test my Wi-Fi and I can test my Ethernet. Go right over there to your router or whatever, your modem, right? And you can just plug in. All right. You can sit back and do just like this. I don't drop the remote. Just like this with an Ethernet cord. And tap in just like this and go and get internet speed tests. You can get speed tests. It's all type of them. It's a bunch of them out there, and run it and just get it. And you can test your Ethernet when you connect it directly to your router, and then you can go Wi-Fi and test it, and just know your speed. That way, you know you got a problem. You know, you can hey, there's something going on. And you can catch the problem just like I caught the problem some years ago. Here it is, my upload speed, my download speed was good, but my upload speed was like 1. And I was paying for like 25 on the upload. And I'm wondering why everything is coming in so slow, taking 5-10 minutes to come in. I immediately knew what was going on. Called up, wow, hey man, I think we got a problem. Oh, we got yeah, okay. And then some of y'all, let me give you a little pointer. Some of y'all who got multiple providers in your neighborhoods. Listen, it's so many options out. Cause listen, and for the ones in the major cities like Detroit, only ones on the pole in Detroit is Comcast. But guess what? You got Verizon out there. AT&T is out there. I really don't like AT&T. But you got Verizon. You got T-Mobile. You can go, there are options out there now where you can get a solid network and don't have to just depend on the monopoly of a provider. Because in the city of Detroit, man, it's so many complaints. Man, they be like, man, AT&T. But then as soon as they switch over to like AT&T will save you some money, but it's a crappy service. But then you go to Comcast, right? You go to Comcast in Detroit, they want to charge you $140, $50 just for internet. But then when you go to the burbs where they got competition out there, oh, it's $88. So what's the difference between me in the city and you in the suburb and we getting the same package? Why do I got to pay $60, $70 more than them in the suburbs? Oh, because it's competition out there. Compared to AT&T, nobody's fearing AT&T. Nobody's fearing their internet. No one. I had AT&T when they first touched down in Michigan on the internet. I was one of the first ones. It hit my city before it hit Detroit. And so that's what I'm saying. Know your numbers. Know everything. Know everything. And when you get your own equipment, that means your modem, if you can. Get your own modem. Get a modem and get a router. Don't get the combination one. Don't get the modem / router. Nah. Get you a modem. Get you a router. All right. For broadband companies, the Comcast, the Wow, the Spectrum, the Cox, those companies, them broadband companies. I can't talk about, Verizon and all of them. Not yet. All right. But they will get you going in this competition though. But know your numbers. But at the end of the day, though, at the end of the day, it's all about getting you a device that works, honestly, to be serious. All right. That's what it's all about. That way you get them people, you get them to work against each other. All right. With me, I get them to work against each other. All right. Now, last but not least, all right, this is what I'm gonna give you, just in case you do have it. And some people gonna sit back and say, no, Dale, you said don't get it unless I got the equipment. And I stand by that. All right. But if you do get your equipment, all right, and yes, the Apple TV 4K is more powerful than the Nvidia Shield TV Pro or whatever you want to call it. It is more powerful. All right. It is more powerful than the Nvidia Shield. But when we talk about picture, oh man, I think the picture from the Apple TV 4K is a little bit better than the Nvidia Shield. And you got a clean interface. No bunch of advertisement, none of that. All right? None of that. And people are going to say, but I can't sideload. You don't need to sideload. The Apple TV have every type of app pretty much just like Android. Only thing about the Apple TV, you're going to pay for their products if you want to use it. All right. But now on the audio side, from the professionals, they say, look, it ain't as quite good as the Nvidia Shield, but you got to have a good ear to hear it. All right. You got to have a good ear. Other than that, it's going to sound wonderful. I will get this device over the Nvidia Shield, even though I don't need, and the reason why I don't need all of those. Listen, I only got 3 or 4 apps on my streaming devices here. All right. Inside of my room is the Apple TV. Can you watch IPTV? Yeah. Yeah, you can. If you know what you're doing, if you got your own movie TV server like Plex, NB, Jellyfin, can you watch it on the Apple TV? Absolutely, you can. Can you side load some things via another source, such as VLC, onto the Apple TV? Yeah, I done it. Yes, I done it. And it plays beautifully. Can you side load, say you got 5 movies, say you got 5, 6 movies, and you just want to display them, and you only got an Apple TV, and you got this application called VLC, which I done a few videos on. Can you send them 5, 6 movies over to the Apple TV? Say somehow you download it, right? Let's just use some keywords. You download it. I don't care how, or maybe you ripped your 4K, which the Apple TV is capable of displaying. Say you ripped your Ultra HD 4K to your computer, and you say you got 10 movies in Blu-ray or Ultra HD, all right? Or let's just say 4K period. Can you send them over to your Apple TV? The answer is yes. Can you pause your movie using VLC? Yes. Can you have it on at all times? Yes. Can you build your library? All right. Is my camera moving? Yes, it is moving. Hold on. Let me stop that. Come on, give it to me. You don't want to give it to me, huh? Come on. I think it's because that light's shining. It can't pick up on my hand. It don't want to act right. I think because that light is pointing directly at me. So, but can you do it? Absolutely. And a lot of us do it. That's the beauty of it. All right. You can do the same thing almost or pretty much that you do on Android right on over to your Apple TV 4K. So if you download it, let's just say Super, you know what? Not Superdell, but the one that just went to the movies a couple weeks ago. Say you got it somehow. Can you send it over there to your Apple TV? The answer is yes. All you need is an application on your computer, VLC, and you install VLC onto your Apple TV. I got videos on it. It is so easy. Or if you say you rip your movie, you can send it right on over to your Apple TV. And I'm talking about in a matter of, if you got VLC on your computer and you got VLC on your Apple TV, you could put music, you could put any type of video that pleases you. All right. You can enjoy it on the Apple TV. 720, 1080, 4K, either one. And it will look beautiful. All right. So that's why I got to give this one honorable mention. All right. When you actually looking at some things. All right. And this is cheaper. It's a higher end device, but it is cheaper than the Nvidia Shield. And you still got people talking about Apple TV 4K. The reason why they talk about it, right? They get normal updates. They get extra features. And if you're into that Apple Mac ecosystem under that Apple umbrella, then this device will benefit you. All right. You can use it and go from there. Everything. All right. You can look at it and just enjoy it. And you're not going to get a bunch of dang on advertisement and stuff like that. But you want to add it to you, I'm telling you, so many people have switched over. All right. You can enjoy the same content. It's just that you can't, they ain't going to let you put BTV or Film Plus or Viva and nothing like that. Flix Vision. Nah, that ain't going to make it over here. But if you got VLC, all right, you can make it happen. Easy. I got a couple videos on it. Maybe later on this week, maybe tomorrow, I may get up and say, hey, let's have this discussion. Maybe do a dedicated video or just do another live on here. Get active. That way people can ask questions in real time. All right. So let me see. Make sure I ain't miss nothing. What up, though? What up, though? Let me see. I'm going all the way up, man. I'm glad y'all engaged. For 106 people up in here, can y'all please hit that thumbs up video? I think today was a nice educational video because we still got people thinking that you is either Nvidia Shield or or go home. Nah, not today. Not in 2025. All right. Let me see. What's up, Rich? Dang, a lot of people commented today. All right, let's see. Mike said, yo, you shouldn't be buying the Shield today, but if you got one already, save your money and use it. Absolutely, but I got plenty of them and I don't use them. That's wrong. Oh, man, Big say I finally unplugged my Shield and set it to the side. I've been put mine to the side, Big. So, and not to say, look, for anyone that got one, if you use it, you use it. But a lot of cord cutters have moved on because of the lack of updates. The lack of it's the same. Like it's literally the same. Like really since like 2015. Like it's literally the same. There's nothing, it's nothing. It's the same. So Yeah, man. Let me see. They would say, what is it the best investment? You say it is. It is the best investment. That's what's up. What up, Lady DJ? What up, though? See Oliver in the building. What up, though? John say, yo, that Fire TV Cube Generation 3 is great. Yes, the Cube is awesome. I love the Cube, but with all the bull crap that's going on with Amazon right now, for the last probably 2 to 3 years, I've been removing myself from there. All right. Because they hitting you with these. It's something going on with the Fire TV devices every week. It's something that's not good, you know. And so I'm not about to get caught up in that. And so that's why I've been telling everybody, John, go get you an on box from Walmart and you'll be good to go. Because all this craziness that's going on, blocking apps and things like that, ain't nobody got time for that. Say, got my Nvidia Shield back 2015. Best electronic ever, still going strong. That's what's up. Yup, I agree. Hustlers say, what up, Grandpa Dale? Yeah, man, I be having to see, man. Like, I can see now, but this make me see better. I can read. Man, I used to be able to see, I could see a mile away, man, but these little words on these phones and stuff, man, I'd be like, what the heck? Let me see. Jamal say, yes, you're absolutely right. It has definitely changed over the years. That's right. What up, C. Oliver? I think I said what up. Sparty boys say, go Lions. Y'all see what I represent. Y'all see what it is. What up, Vincent? Vincent say, yo, I got one. Oh, he say you no longer use it. I think Vincent be using either does it do or he's on the Apple side, if I'm not mistaken. I think he tried that Arvolution, if I'm not mistaken, as well. But what up though, Vince? You say, but the Nvidia Shield, it lasts longer. Like lasts longer. All these devices are lasting. Only the streaming devices giving problems is the Fire TV, David. Other than all these devices are lasting. Yeah, all of them are lasting nowadays. At least the mainstream ones, they all lasting. I paid that large price tag years ago. Yeah. What up, Rich? What's good? What up, though, D Johnson? What up, though? He said, "Yo, it's on the way out." I don't think they ever going to go out, but I just think people are going to, with the information that we provide as creators and things like that on YouTube and other platforms, we're letting people know you don't have to go with the Nvidia Shield unless you have these features. Do you have the sound equipment and do you have the television? Again, if you own one of these cheaper large televisions that's like $600 and less, and you going to Best Buy, it's not going to give you the quality. Does it show a good picture? Yes. But a superb picture, no. Until you see it. That's why when some of y'all go up in Best Buy and y'all looking and y'all like, oh my goodness. There's a reason why Best Buy don't have any lower end televisions hanging on the wall next to Sony and all of them, right? They go over there, they got them on them lower end platforms, and you see them, but you get your wow factors when you go on that wall and you just looking and you like, damn, that look good. And then when you go to the other ones that are not on the wall, but they got them on one of them like one of them TV stages, off to the side, you see it look good, but it's not that one, those ones that we're displaying on the wall. That's what's up. What up, though, Antonio? That's what's up. That is what's up. What's good? What's good? I'm coming down. G Torres, what up, though? What's good? Oh, he said he got the skate, the cat escape. Yeah, yep. What I call it, Arvolution or something like that. Yeah, you got that. Spend some bread on that. But Vincent, for anybody that know, Vincent has a home theater. All right, with the seats, he got everything. The Dolby, he got speakers up in there. So that's why you see he's going with like one of the best devices out. One of the best devices. Him, Ike, Show Enough TV, LJ, Rich, them guys are invested in that stuff. They can't go with these little budget. Well, they could, but it wouldn't be beneficial if they go with a budget device. They got to go with a higher end device. You know, those guys right there has to go. But that's just like me. Like, you know, that's why like right now I'm currently, the Zadu is hooked up to my television upstairs in the living room with the sound system and the television to match it. It's definitely a whole new world out here. You right about that. That's what's up. That's what's up. Nobody's arguing with that. That's what's up. What up, though, Brad? What's good, baby? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Yep. See Oliver got a very expensive sound system for, so even though C. Oliver be on the MetaQuest, but it's just certain movies, like let's just say when Superman come out, right? Superman, the new Superman that's out right now. Once he get that 4K copy, he's going to watch that, because I would even watch it in 4K. I'm going to get it in 4K and watch it not on the MetaQuest, all right? But just to hear them sound, you know, all of the sounds that come from it. And he, again, his sound system will destroy minds. But then you got people like LJ, Ike, and Vincent. They got the real stuff, like the real stuff. So mine is a nice piece of hardware for my sound. See, Oliver's his sound system would destroy mine. But then you got Vincent, Ike, all of them. Their sound system will sound better than Vincent. So it's levels to the sound system. There are levels. And believe me, I've been in there, I've been in the background, and we've been talking. There are levels to this. And then when I went to Best Buy and went into the I think it's called Magnolia, where you can go in different rooms, different price tags. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's some stuff out there that'll make you think like, dog, I need this. All right. Definitely on. You can't go wrong with the on devices currently right now. You can't go wrong with them. What up, Doe? What up, Doe? Bump. What's good, baby? Look at Rich. Rich always getting somebody, hey, man, get rid of that stuff, man. Rich, listen, Rich found me a system, and I almost pulled the plug on it. I almost pulled the plug, but I didn't. Rich say, Dale, with that receiver, listen, you can get this. Rich will find you a system. If y'all are serious about it, get in touch with Rich. A lot of times Rich be on quite a few home theater channels. Like when they go live and everything, Rich be up in there. Y'all get in touch with Rich. Oh, Rich will piece you together. He get, and listen, you can have about 2,000 or 2,500. Rich would tell you everything you need. Him and Vincent. They would sit back and, Show Enough would do it too. But Rich is very active on YouTube, but he be more on the home theater side. So quite a few of them guys get to know this name right here, Rich Lickle Poor Boy. All right, that's my dude though. He cheap as hell. He don't want to get the MetaQuest. He say, forget that. I ain't getting no MetaQuest. I say, man, look, just come in and kick it with us. You can't knock it until you try it. Rich said, no, man, I'm not getting that. Rich be like, heck, I'm not getting it. So, what else we got? We got Don in the building. What up, though? So, bro, say I'm peeking in. Just the girl say, I'm just waiting to see the rumor, the new Apple TV. I'm waiting too, because they got a feature, at least I was told. I won't know until, I don't even know if I'm going to upgrade my Apple TV, like buy a new one. I think in order for me to buy a new Apple TV, I'm going to need a USB. That's just what it is. I'm going to need a USB. But I'm waiting to see, and maybe I'll change my mind once somebody get a hold of it. Nail in the building. What up, though, Nail? Danny, what up, though? What up, baby? Hope all is well. Kenyon, what up, though? What's good, baby? Hope all is well. Jamie say, yo, what up, D? Say, you are very good. Thank you. I appreciate it. DJ Black Tire say, Superdell. Is there a way to downgrade the On 4K Pro from Android 14? It seems like my sound on every app started stuttering after an update. What I would tell you, if you're having some problems, factory reset. Black Tiger, factory reset, because just in case it didn't take it correctly, factory reset and reinstall your applications, and you should be good to go. I would try that, but there's no way you can downgrade. You can't go back to Android 12. Nope, you can't do it. So factory reset that bad boy. Sometimes, and I'm glad you brought that up, like if you got a device, including the Nvidia Shield, if you see it's like sluggish or whatever, it's not doing things properly, a factory reset would get rid of all of the bugs and everything and actually, get it back up and going. That way, because it could be one of them apps that you installed or something just not triggering, and it could be taking over the device or making your device act up. But uninstall it and then put your apps on there and see if that works, Black Tiger. Mike say, yo, I got 3 on boxes. Me too. Wes say, yo, I need a movie library. Hit me up, man. You see the email right there. I can get you going. For anybody that want to learn how to start their own movie, TV show, media library, email me. We go from there. All right. Say I joined the Green Team back in 2017. You were talking good about. I'm still going to talk good about the Nvidia Shield, but with so many options out right now, before I tell anybody they're going to get the Nvidia Shield, I need to know their preference. All right. I remember years, Antonio, and it ain't a knock on nobody. This is just an education. I remember years ago, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, you had individuals saying, get an Nvidia Shield, go with the Nvidia Shield. And I said, what, for what? We did it on a live show. I said, why would you tell them to go get an Nvidia Shield just to watch Netflix? For what? And you know, I mean, I just educated him. That's pretty much it. If I'm going to watch Netflix, why will I tell? Or if I'm going to watch third-party applications, that's it. Why will I tell you to get an Nvidia Shield? You know, and that's just what it is. You know, and again, I'm not knocking nobody to say it, but I think part of our responsibility, if you're a creator, and if you're true to this game, you should be telling people the right things. All right. Again, just like I stated earlier, the Nvidia Shield is not for everybody. The Apple TV is not for everybody. Does it do is not for everybody. A lot of people don't need them higher end devices. And that's the truth. That's just what it is. But you know, it is what it is, you know. And I would challenge anyone to come on here and dispute that. I think all YouTube creators would be on the same page. If they don't have the sound system or the television, would you still tell them people with today's devices out, would you tell them to go and spend $200 on the device? And it should be 100% should say, nah, I wouldn't do that. Unless you just got some people that just say, no, man, it's either Nvidia Shield or go home. Like, huh? Okay. You say they don't talk about, no, there's talk about Buzz TV. The Buzz TV is not a mainstream device. You see what I'm saying? Like the Nvidia, Google, on, somewhat Zedu for what it does. Apple TV, those are mainstream devices. You got the secondary devices like Buzz, Formula, those type of devices are second string. You know, the reason you can't really get on and really talk about them because what you're capable of doing with that device, and we can't display it on YouTube. But believe me, they got a large following. Buzz TV and Formula have large followings. We just can't show it on YouTube because the channel will get taken down. You will get a strike, all of that. If we see, before YouTube changed their terms and services, Buzz, Formula, along with all these other devices, was being talked about. But Buzz, because what is for Buzz TV and Formula devices are for IPTV. Well, we can't show you IPTV on YouTube the way how we watch it. So that's why. But like if you go to Facebook, it's out there. If you go to Facebook, it's so many Buzz groups, it's so many Formula groups. But on YouTube, you can't really get into the details of it because we know what those devices are. So that's the disclaimer with devices like Buzz TV and Formula. We can show you it, but we can't go into full detail. Or if somebody do a video, they got to blur out the whole video when they get to the IPTV part. And that's just this justice on the end user because, dude, I want to see it. I want to see it. And so that's what that is, Wes. What up, though, James? What say Xfinity? Is Xfinity? Yes, Comcast Xfinity is Comcast. Yes. So you're going to hear some people say Xfinity. You're going to see some people say Comcast. Same thing. All of it is Comcast, including Sky over in the UK. Sky Networks belongs to Comcast. They're going to keep the Sky name because it's traditional. Nick say, so if you have your own router, can your internet provider see what you're streaming? You can lock down everything, all right? If you want to lock it down, you can lock it down. With it, the thing about having your own router, they can't get in. All right. But listen, depending on who want to know what you're watching, I don't care if you got a VPN. If they want to get in, Nick's Yankee, they can get in. That's how a lot of dudes get caught. If they want to get in, oh, they'll get in. All right. But traditionally, when you have your own, can't nobody get in unless you allow them to get in. All right. Only thing my provider has right now is my Mac to my modem. Other than that, they don't know my username, my password to my router. They have nothing. Even though the lady, when I called and I was having problems on the internet, she was like, well, what's your Mac on your router? None of your business. None of your business. You do not need that. The only thing you need, which you have, is the Mac on that router. That's to bring the internet in. Why in the heck I'm going to give you the Mac to my router? And she said, well, hold up. Let me talk to my supervisor. And she came back and was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I don't need it. Yeah, I know I'm right. You don't need it. And you wasn't going to get it in the first place. That's why it's up to us to let y'all know. Don't get these people. If you get your own router, they don't need to know none of your information on your router. And if they ask for it, hey, Nick, you tell them. None of your damn business. All right? That's what you tell them. None of your business. And you keep it rolling. They should, if you get your own, only thing they need from you is your Mac ID on your modem. Now, if they asking for your Mac on your router, immediately say no. You don't need that. And if they say, oh, no, we need it. No, you don't. This belongs to me. And then that way you can lock it down. Because as long as you got their equipment, they got all the information. I don't care. That's all you need is the Mac. I don't care. They will get in and they can go up in there and disable some stuff. Listen, all routers come with Wi-Fi, right? We should all know that, right? All routers come with Wi-Fi. That's what a router is. But guess what? Because you're using their equipment and they can go in and lock down that Wi-Fi, you got to pay them because you're using that equipment. But listen, all routers come with Wi-Fi. But guess what the company gonna do? They gonna charge you if you want to use that Wi-Fi. Ain't that crazy? All routers have Wi-Fi. But if you go with these providers, they're going to charge you for using that Wi-Fi, even though it comes built in. It's there. It's right there. It's open. But guess what? They're going to go in just how we go in when we get our own, and we're going to open it up. Yes to Wi-Fi. Yes. And that's it. Yep, that's it. Of course, I just activated it again. I had it off. There we go. So, absolutely. He say Spectrum is no good. It's good to me. I ain't had no problem with my Spectrum. I went from Wild to Spectrum. They don't run the speeds they say. There are also Comcast and Spectrum Cable are now the same company. They've been the same company. They can't technically say it, but they've been up under the umbrella of Comcast. Great point, though. You definitely know. It's been like that for about 4 or 5 years now. But they can't say we're ran by, because it'll be a monopoly. But they do a lot of business together. And them type of companies, we already know. Yep. TiVo is good. I don't use TiVo. So I wouldn't know, John. I would not know. Oh, you talking about TiVo 4K. TiVo 4, I thought you were talking about like just their little DVR devices. TiVo Stream 4K is nice. The only thing about it, the company, not TiVo, but the company really don't give any support for that device anymore. And then you got to go over to their website to activate it. That's the one thing I ain't like about the TiVo. But the TiVo Stream 4K is nice. It's super, super nice. But the only reason it's not on my list because they don't, they don't activate. All right. Let me see. Let me hurry up. That's what's up. That is what's up, James. She said there are some apps on Apple TV that does what other apps do on Android TV, but they will remain named. Absolutely. If you know what you're doing, if you do your research, you definitely get by. But for right now, just for these terms and, following YouTube terms and services, VLC is your best bet. Yep, that's what's up. That's what's up. Get an extra laptop run as is. Hey, Joseph, hey, people ain't about to be doing that, man. Yep. I never said that you couldn't do it on Apple TV. See, I never said that. So that's why I'm saying I'm not going to present everything, but I will keep this YouTube friendly. All right. And YouTube friendly is saying you can use VLC. That's all I'm saying. But now, just a girl, if you want to create a channel and you want to display it, go ahead. I'm not going to do it because I already know there's an underground to Apple TV 4K. But my situation, I just keep it nice and right. Use VLC. You'll be good. Say, haven't used my Shield in over 3 years. I get it. I don't even use my Shield anymore. At least Buzz been bringing out new stuff. Yeah. Buzz always, every year Buzz brings something new. Yep. Life in general. What up, though? What's good, baby? What up, though? I'm trying to look at, kind of look like Ben. What up? Your picture look like Ben. I really can't see it, but it looked like my dog Ben. What up, though? Say, Dale, did you get my email from that GL Net travel router? I had it 9 months, and I should get it next, but I saw it had Samba server. They always had Samba server on there. You can activate it. Remember, I think somebody actually disclosed that. Yeah, you can do it. They give you a USB. Where's mine at? They give you a USB so you can put a flash drive on there, and yeah, it's a router. Pretty much all routers now will give you, all the newest routers will give you a Samba. Yeah, you can definitely do it. You say I can make some money off that bad boy, adding content to it and watching it over your network, and they have a great customer service online when you ask. Absolutely. I know, man. I know. Miss B, what's up, baby? What's up, Miss B? How you doing? Hope all is well out there. It's been hot here in Detroit. It's been super hot. Yeah, that's one of our elders right there who's cord cutting. I can't even get my dad to open up Google the search on his phone. What up, Gio? What up, though? Jig, what it do, baby? Hope all is well out there. Let me see. Yeah, NFL starts this. Nick say, yep, thanks. Yeah, the Buzz TV, like I said, you can definitely Buzz and Formula. You can definitely do some things. Sparty say, yo, I got that TCL with Dolby Atmos. Mike, the one I got, and I don't had it for a few years now. I got the Vizio Elevate. I can't remember which model it is. I don't had it for a while, but mine sound good. All right. I think they don't even sell mines anymore. But the original price was 1,000, which is nice, and I got approval from Show Enough, who approved it. I think one of his friends got one, and then Vincent. I think I was talking to Vincent, and Vincent told me about it. He say I think one of his partners got one, and he said for the space that I am in, Vincent told me for the space I am in, it'll be perfect for me. All right. So I can't remember, but if you do your homework research, they got a lot of them, man. But mine was like 1,000, and believe me, that bad boy cranked too in the bass. The bass caused problems in my household. Let's just say that. A lot of people don't. A lot of them don't. They don't know how. They don't. But even though they don't change the password, the company still has that MAC ID. And they can still get in and see some things. Me, I think it's just best when you got your own. You say that TiVo 4K been running for about 6 years, 24/7 with my security. Absolutely, the security camera. That TiVo, man, shit, that bad boy ran. That bad boy ran. I think the TiVo got the best remote in the game. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Where can I get one of those hats? I've been up there. I'll be up there next month around Madison Heights. Okay. Probably pick up a Tiger game in Lions preseason. My daughters bought this for me. You see, it's a bucket hat. You know, I got it up right now. This is the back of it. So I push it up just so I can put the headphones on. So, but yeah, man. So I don't know when my daughters got this. I don't know if it was from they got it from downtown somewhere. I couldn't even tell you, but they bought me a Lions one too. Yeah, it's the Vizio Elevate, but they got a couple models of Vizio Elevate. I can't remember the model unless I go upstairs and look at flip it up so I can see it. Yeah, mine's is the Vizio Elevate. But they got different models. I can't remember the model though. I know I paid 1,000 for it though at Best Buy. Well, I paid $799, but it was 1,000. Man, I checked in here every blue moon and be lost in joy. It's all good. You got to check in, man. And he said, "Yeah, you paid 600. Remember they put that bad boy on sale a few months ago." You say there's a glare on it. Sure, it's gonna be a glare on these glasses. I need them, man. No, never, 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 Sparty. Just be prepared for that butt whooping this fall. All right. See, Sparty boy talk. See, that's when you know football is near. When Sparty boy come out and talk that talk, it's that time of the season. All right. So y'all know throughout the season, about 3.5, 4 weeks, me and Sparty, y'all gonna see Sparty come over here taking shots and stuff like that. But I have to, I'll let him know what it is. I'll let him know. Matter of fact, before Sparty go, he probably know. football, Michigan versus Michigan State. All right. And you know, hey, look, the thing about it, we're going to be on the quest. When is that? October 25th. All right. And we play in Lansing. So we play at the Spartan Stadium, which I've been to a couple years ago with my son went up there. So, and the time is not set yet, but we already know Michigan State going to get their tail popped. Oh, man. But other than that, guys, I'm about to get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all. I just wanted to give y'all some insights, a little bit more clarification. I could have made this a 20-minute live show, but sometimes we got to go into detail because some people have questions. Some people may not know. But again, it comes down to you. No matter what you do, it is your money. It is your money. All right. I just give you the information and you can take it and do your research and then go from there. All right. So other than that, guys, thank you. You say, yes, I'll be there. If we win, can I get? Absolutely. That'll be our bet. And if I win, just send me a donation, man. A nice, good donation. All right. $25, $30. I'll take it. All right. I definitely will take it. I love my bucket hats, man. Can't go wrong with it. But hey, Sparty, and that's a deal. That's a bet. So on this day right here, we're going to come back with, what's the day? The 28th. It's July 28th. On this day right here, October 25th. All right. That's a good day. October 25th over at this stadium right here. We're gonna turn it out. All right. We're gonna turn it out, Sparty boy. Just know that. All right. So everybody, I definitely appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all so much. I thank y'all. And I will see you on the next one, right? Salute. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace, guys.